or the Sixers trade from 2, let's say, to 4, money-wise, what are we talking? Second round, or second pick, fourth pick?
I mean, you're looking almost, I think, around $150,000, $200,000, around there.
There's Jonathan Wall again.
Part of the key is getting as tight to the cones as he can, right? When he's bowing out like that, that just adds more distance he has to cover.
And then one thing I saw, though, he was running on the short
and he should be sliding.
And that I think Derrick Rose will have the ball in his hands 90% of the time. Now, I think an adjustment for John will be kind of the same adjustment I had when I was at Chicago when I played with Jamal Crawford, is that Gilbert Arenas is going to dominate that ball. So how will John Wall fit in with the mentality of Gilbert?
I don't think he will.
Yeah, I don't think he will.
I think he's going to accept a new role now, a subordinate role.
Hunter is a scorer?
Yeah, and that's really what he is. I mean, really, Gilbert is more of a two-guard that happens to play point. He's more of a, so now you put him off the ball, and I think with John Wall, they're going to have to be more.
As we were talking about everything else, to get warmed up, to get loose.
Right, these guys are stretched out, and, they've been perspiring, so they're warm.
I was just informed that Turner's reach is 2 inches more than Jonathan Wall's.
But still, it depends on that drill. If it's defensive oriented and you're going up, it's where you land as far as the height of your jump. That's important. Now, the two-step would be more driving to the basket, if you will.
Yeah, little stuff like that.
Yeah, as we were talking about, him not being warmed up, as he just finished his drill, he reached for his groin area. He's going to do it again. I'm wondering.
He's not perspiring, so he's not warm.
I mean, he reached right for his groin area as soon as he finished that drill. So now you're wondering, not being warmed up, did he pull something, or is he go?
Like you said, he's going to be the #1 pick, but we'll go back to it again. A disservice is done to him not coming here and demonstrating skills, but also getting warm and then getting involved in these things.
This is the one before.
And guys, you know what? I got a chance to train in Carson, California, at a place called the Home Depot Center.
Pretty good handle, as far as on the draft and on those guys. But more than anything else, also understanding, we do a lot of individual work. We work with guys. We expect our guys to not only have character, but also to have a great work ethic, to try to improve and to see how they are able to, go through some of our workouts.
From what you've seen, how would each player translate their game?
And say it, but listening to that, you kind of hear the undercurrent there that Jonathan Wall is going to Washington. You see the numbers there. Evan Turner, the National Player of the Year. I'm not sure.
They were signed him as a free agent. He was a good kid when we had him in for a workout and interview. So I think players do a disservice when not going to as many teams, because the more NBA personnel you can meet, the better chance you have to stay in this league a long, long time.
I said that half joking, but it did sound like Flip Saunders is definitely leaning towards Jonathan Wall.
Well, they need versatility or dynamism, and I think being the most dynamic player out there for that market is something that they're looking at. And one thing I want to comment on, and not to pick on Flip, but when you hear coaches and GMs tell us as media guys who've done games, well, you've seen them more than I have. I kind of can't believe that. First of all, you have scouting systems, and I go to games, and when I'm doing games for ESPN, and I look out when we have marquee players, I mean, there are tons of NBA scouts. If they're not getting out here watching these guys in game situations, and they're going to rely heavily on this stuff, you're going to have some problems in making the right decision. But I know that there's almost a major frequency of NBA scouts at these things. So, it's almost, I don't know, I guess it's kind of underscoring